there with the Q-Link Majestic -8 Q400 at gate number 16 at Brisbane. In just a few minutes we'll be departing Brisbane and heading up to Rockhampton. Just going to start preparing the cockpit for departure. Just run a few of the tests up here. Okay, let's look at the flight deck safety checks. Documentation is on board. Batteries are on. Main bus tyres tied. There we go. DC external power is not available at this stage. Battery temps are checked 21. Voltages. Got DC main 24.8. Landing gear 3 green. Pins are locked. Circuit breakers were checked. Alt gear door is closed. Fire smoke detection has been tested. Bleeds 1 and 2 are off. Recirc fan is on. Pressurization. Landing altitude 0. And cabin altitude in auto. AC packs have been checked. Emergency lights are armed. Fuel transfer is off. Quantity 1:11:45. Parking brake is on. Control lock is locked. Power condition levers, we have disc and fuel cutoff. Nose steering is off. FMS is running. Okay, let's talk about our routing today. We're flying via Brisbane, Victor 3 and Victor 134, that's Sunshine Coast, Geese via Magpie, and direct into Rockhampton. Let's set that up here. Departure is Brisbane, BN. Let's check if the list comes up here. It does. We're Victor 134. That's number 13. All the way to Rockhampton number 4. YBRK. And that's set. Let's look at fuel. We've got 58 passengers. Cargo is 1,600. Alternate is, I believe it's Brisbane, so it's 800. Holding 500, and we've planned an extra 300. There we go, fuel on board 2290. So your fuel weight, gross weight 25.7. using flaps 5. Okay, we're at sea level and it's below 20 degrees Celsius. V1 speed at 2600 is 124. That's also the rotation speed. And V2 is 127. Speed set. Okay, let's grab the radios and see what we need to do. We have a ADIS on 125.5.
Tango, expect, visual, approach, runway 19 and 144, arrivals, runway 19 departures, wind 150 degrees 4 knots, cab OK, temperature 17, QNH 1027, on first contact with Brisbane, ground or approach, notify receipt of Tango, Brisbane, terminal information. Tango, expect, visual, approach, runway 19 and 144, arrivals, runway 194, departures, wind 150 degrees 4 knots, cab OK, temperature.
It's cool information, Tango. Let's call for the clearance on 1205. Brisbane Tower, Q-Link 364 Delta, requesting clearance to Rockhampton.
Q-Link 364 Delta, you're cleared to Rockhampton via Sunshine Coast, planned route, maintain 6000, runway 19, Brisbane 2 departure, squawk 1474, and departures frequency on 124.7.
Q-Link 364, clear to Rockhampton via Sunshine Coast, Brisbane 2 departure, runway 19, initial climb 6000, squawk code 1474, and departures 124.7.
Q-Link 364 Delta.
So 1474.
Just sorry, so go up with the bay and taxi service again. I'll see you later, mate.
And departures was 1247. Pass the signs on. Airplane's ready for departure. Let's do a 4-start checklist. Trims. Firstly, trim set for takeoff, and I'll just grab a little bit of right rudder trim. Door and filling lights are out. Passenger signs are on. Cabin report received. Flight deck door is locked. Anti-collision lights to the red. APU bleed is not required. And let's do bus faults. Main is 24.1. We are ready for engine start. I'm just going to chuck in the rest of that flight plan. It's runway 19. Brisbane 2. 19. Flight plan done. Crossfill done. That looks fine to me. Yeah, the no links there because it's a radar departure. Let's grab the heading, which is 196. Got a set nav source on my side of FMS1. Let's grab the toga. Landing flaps will be 15. Takeoff flaps 5. Okay, ready for the start. Brisbane Tower, Q-Link 364 Delta is ready for start. We are on stand number 19.
Q-Link 364 Delta, start approved.
Start approved, Q-Link 364 Delta. Okay, clear for the start. Let's go, we've got the parking brake is set. Engine number 2 to start. Ignition set normal. Engine selected, start selected. NH is rising. Engine number 2 set to start. Prop RPM rising. Prop RPM 150 set to 850. Okay, engine number 2 started. Let's go for number 1, ignition set to normal. Engine 1 selected and start. And H is 19. Let's go start the feather. And prop RPM set 850. And engine number 1 start. Let's go for normal for the moment. Cool, last start checks. External power was not connected. Main bus tyres off. Electrical panels, let's check. No yellows. And we have DC generator 0.41 on 1 and 0.37 on 2.
Brisbane Tower, Aussie 95 establishing 19 iOS.
Aussie 95, Brisbane Tower, good evening. 1119, need to land.
Good land. 19.
Okay, electrical panels have been checked. Condition levers to maximum. Auto feather selected. Fuel pump selected, and hydraulic control PTU is selected. Flaps will be 5 for departure. Speeds have been set. Rudder. Check rudder full left, and with the powered flight controls off, full right and full left. Powered surfaces back on. nose steering is on. PFD, MFD and ED have been checked. Bleeds will be minimum. And that's set. Anti-ice pressure checks out fine. Anti-ice test completed. Engine intake doors green, and transponder is set 1474. We're ready for taxi. Brisbane Tower, Gearlink 364 Delta, as gate 16. We have information tango, ready for taxi.
Gearlink 364 Delta, taxi via Charlie 1, Bravo 1 to the Alpha 1 holding point, runway 19.
Charlie 1, Bravo to the Bravo 1, Alpha 1 holding point, runway 19. Gearlink 364 Delta. Taxi lights on, let's roll. There looks like Charlie 1. Taxi checklist, brakes have been tested, takeoff warning been tested, takeoff power NTOP, flight instruments checked. Let's do a control test.
95, clear 19.
Aussie 95, taxi via Bravo 5 and Charlie 4 to the base.
Charlie 4 to the dock, 195.
Control lock back on. Fuel dampener is on. Clearance is reviewed, and that should be fine. Let's talk our departure. So it's a radar vector departure off a 3,500 metre long runway. We have a decision speed at 80 knots and then a V1 at 124 knots. Climb out speed of 127. Between 100 knots and, say again, between 80 knots and 124 knots, we'll be stopping only for major failures, such as an engine outage, fire, or hydraulics failure, or a fuel problem. After 124 we have rotated, and weather is cab okay, runway 19er. We can come around for visual approach, runway 19. We'll be using flat 15 on the approach, and that'll give us the similar speed to that, 127 on the approach. Assuming that everything goes normal, we'll be taking off and getting radar vectors out to Sunshine Coast, and we've got the direct to page already set, and we just need to select the Sunshine Coast, which is number 7. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Let's run the weather radar check.
Brisbane Tower, good evening, Julie West Lima, we're sending to 10,500 for runway 14. We have the
Weather radar test pattern set.
Julie West Lima, good evening, Brisbane Tower.
Tower velocity, not a fire collision, flight plan, thank you.
I'll see another 5, very nice.
Driver 1 coming up.
Kilo Whiskey Lima, runway 14, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 14, Kilo Whiskey Lima.
Next, here's the lineup checks. Squawk Charlie and altitude. Brisbane Tower, Q-Link 364 Delta is ready at runway 19.
Q-Link 364 Delta, maintain runway heading. Contact departures airborne, runway 19 clear for takeoff.
Maintain runway heading and runway 19 clear for takeoff. Q-Link 364 Delta.
All stations Brisbane information uniform current, changes from Tango, winds 150 degrees 6 knots, visibility greater than 10 kilometres, cloud Q 3300, QNH 1028 and temperature 15. Brisbane information uniform.
Yeah, we're all cleared to go. Let's do the lineup checklist. Lights on, strobes on. Any collision lights, white. Landing lights on, pit static isolation valve on, bleeds minimum. AFCS modes, GA wing level, and caution panel is black. We are ready to go. Let's roll it. Takeoff first set. $80 knots. V1. Positive rate, gear up. $6,000 set. And let's head over to the departure frequency. Brisbane departures, Q-Link 364 Delta, climb 6,000 out of 1,600, runway heading.
Q-Link 364 Delta, identified climb platform 180.
Climb flat or 180, maintaining runway heading, Q-Link 364 Delta. 180 set. Flaps up. Altitude set, pitch hold set.
Q-Link 364 Delta, turn right heading 280.
Right heading 280, Q-Link 364 Delta. .280 set. Drop speed RPM down to 900. Set. After takeoff checklist, landing gear up, and no lights, flaps 0. Bleeds back to normal. And climb power is set. After takeoff checks are complete. AS mode set.
Heading 364 Delta, turn right heading 173, right heading 3503.
350. Right heading 350, Q-Link 364 Delta. 350 set.
Heading 364 Delta, resume navigation. Position is 4-5 miles south of Sunshine Coast, direct Sunshine Coast main route.
Direct to Sunshine Coast planned routes and maintain navigation, Q-Link 364 Delta. Nav mode set, LNAV, direct to Sunshine Coast. Let's link that up. Okay, altimeters 1013 standard set. And climb checklist. Let's trim out that rudder a bit. Climb checklist, altimeter set 1013, ice protection not required. Pressurization. Checks out, we're at 2,000 feet inside the cabin, climbing at less than 100. Less than... yeah, it's about 100. Standby hydraulics, P2 back to normal. Fuel pumps off, auto feather is off. Climb checklist is complete. Seatbelt signs off. 1,000 foot to go.
364 Delta, contact Brisbane, 133.
Over to 133.0, Gilink at 364 Delta. Brisbane Centre, Q-Link 364 Delta, climbing level 180 at 177.
Q-Link 364 Delta, Brisbane City, climb flight level 240.
Climb level 240, Q-Link 364 Delta. 240 set, IAS set. Altitude selected. alert Sunshine Coast, expecting a left turn. 1,000 foot to go. Right, established at level 240, bringing those condition levers back to 850. Set.
Mike X-ray uniform, Vatpac and requesting descent. Mike X-ray uniform, when ready descent flight level 140. Report at that altitude. 190, thanks. Mike X-ray uniform. Okay, so uniform to level 190. Okay, so uniform, leave control area descending, reported outside traffic, report on the ground. So leave control area descending and report on the ground, my taxi uniform.
Right, just taking a look at the stuff at Rockhampton. We've got wind calm, so we can take any runway. Taking a look at the noise abatement procedures. Preferred flight class for arriving aircraft, landing 33. Yeah, it's got everything. 150422. Let's choose runway. I like 33. Okay, for landing 33 from the south, make straight in approach. Or overfly for a left base. think we'll do this straight in. Might even do the RNAV. And looking at the weather there, we have cloud few at 1,500, scattered 7,000, 18 degrees. Wind is literally light and calm, variable, going nowhere. Just going to compare, yeah, that's right, RNAV Zulu with the approach from Gulf. Let's see what that looks like. Arrive page. So we're going for runway 33, no star, 33 Zulu, RNAV. And from Gulf, send that to flight plan. Very good, so we'll wait until we're OCTA on the approach. Otherwise, we will actually inform air traffic control that we're going to be using the RNAV approach, runway 33. We can probably see it up on the flight plan here, so let's go flight plan and there we go. Let's step through it. Zoom in a bit. Echo might even be better. Let's do echo. Let's do it straight in. It's better. So we'll break into Gulf, from Gulf, India, and we should be on the descent profile by India. 3-degree descent out of level 3,500. Let's look at the flight plan, the VNAV. So Sierra Golf at 3005, we'll select that one. Number 4. There's something blocking us there. That's what it is. Okay, let's put in the MDA there, 660 for Rockhampton. And now we'll VNAV that. There we are, just before geese. Looks good. It's all after. Good, so discontinuities are checked out, apart from the ones after the go around. So let's brief the approach. We'll have Rockhampton approach runway 33, the Arnav Zulu approach, GNSS. At some point we'll probably come out of controlled airspace and then we'll track direct to Sierra Golf. From Sierra Golf straight into the initial approach fix, which you cross just below 3,500. Then there's a control step down at 1,500, then down to the minimum descent altitude. That is 660. There we are. And that equates to 632 decision height. Okay, looking at the runway there, it is 2,500 metres long, and it'll be useful to get off halfway at Bravo. To that end, it might be worth landing just slightly short of the Pappy, adjacent to taxiway Juliet. Let's look at speeds. Landing will be at flat 15. We'll have about 500 less than we currently have on board. Which will be gross weight 24,500. So flat 15 approach at 24, it'll be 117. That'll be approach, and 107 for the VGA. So let's stick those in. So there we are, 117 and 107. Temperature Rockhampton is 18 degrees, no need for ice. When we do come off the runway, it'll be off Bravo, which is to the right hand side. If we do pass Bravo, we do need to backtrack. There is a turning bay just after the crossing of runway 22, and then we come back and vacate on Bravo to the left.
Rating 3 for Brisbane Tango 8, walk 4315, reported out by traffic report, airborne. Q-Link 364 Delta, when ready, descend flight level 140.
When ready, down flight level 140, Q-Link 364 Delta.
Raven 3-4 Brisbane Centre identified. Climb flight level 120.
Okay, altitude 140 set and selected. VNav is active and armed. Yeah, let's look at descent checklist. Pressurization is set at 28 feet elevation. GPWS flap set for 15. Briefing has been done. MSA, we'll just review that. MSA is 3,500 to 25 km. Speeds have been plugged in, 117 and 107. And decision height has been plugged in. We have VNAV path, reducing throttle. Descent checklist is complete. Just reviewing that MDA 660. Brisbane Centre, Q-Link 364 Delta has left flight level 340.
Q-Link 364 Delta.
When I said 340, I do mean 240. .230, let's leave it about 235 speed.
Brisbane 34, non-set ops approved, block 5000 to, what was the higher altitude? Sorry. Brisbane 3, no worries, block 5000 to flight level 210, report observer.
Seatbelt signs coming on. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking from the flight deck. Thank you for flying with us on this Qantas Link flight from Brisbane to Rockhampton in our Dash 8 Q400. I'd like to say thanks for flying with us today. We expect to be arriving in Rockhampton in approximately 15 minutes. That should put us on the ground pretty much at past. Currently the weather in Rockhampton is showing at 19 degrees Celsius, a bit of scattered cloud around and a light southerly breeze. We've been cruising at 24,000 feet. We're currently on descent now, and I'd ask that you please return to your seats, get your seat belts fastened, and follow any directions made to you by the flight crew. Once again, thanks for flying with Qantas Link, and I hope you have an enjoyable stay at Rockhampton and a pleasant and safe onward journey. 1,000 feet. Q-Link 364 Delta, approaching flight level 140.
364 Delta, descend 9,000, area QNH, standby.
9,000, altitude select.
364 QNH 1025, report approaching 9,000.
Down 9,000, QNH 1025, Q-Link 364 Delta 025. There we go. That matches the meta. Ice detected. Massive cloud detected. Ice system on.
Like expecting full landing time 13 and 30 match tracking runway 12 to the exit.
That's a good CTAF will be 118.1.
Okay, so uniform make your discretion, taxi right, Starwatch cancelled, thanks for flying it easy.
Okay, so uniform Roger should be back in about an hour or so, for the next flight.
And when do we get to Rocky? '21. We might get 26.
Doing 364 Delta, Lake control area, descending airport traffic. Report on the ground at Rockhampton.
Little live control area descending and we'll Q-Link 364, and just for information, we do expect Rockhampton at time 26, and we'll be using the GNSS approach runway 33.
Thank you, 364 Delta, no worries, thanks, frequency change is approved.
Frequency change approved, Q-Link 364 Delta, thanks. So let's roll into flight plan, direct to the UNAV, what's the point? There it is, number 10. Direct to number 10, selected. Let's get the VNAV back on. I think that's also... No, it isn't. It's number 1 now. There we go. Pitch hold. Let's go to IAS. Bring that back up a touch. Back down. Let's go over to CTAF. That golfer at, yeah, let's do it now, 18. It's 20 miles in at 5:22 right now. Traffic traffic Rockhampton, Q-Link 364 Delta is dash 8 Q400. We are 22 miles from Rockhampton, expecting to join the GNS RNAV approach, runway 33. We'll call again at 10 miles on final. Okay, altitude select 3,500. reducing that torque down to 20. Let's run the approach checks, and I'll just ding the cabin. Cabin crew, please be seated for arrival. Approach checks. Altimeter set 1025. Fuel transfer is off. Fuel pumps are on. PTU and standby hydraulics are on. Auto feather is on. Okay, passenger signs are on. Caution panel is black. Cabin is notified. And approach check is complete. At the initial, we need to be about 3.5. Just reducing that slightly again. Number 4. And let's start pulling back on that speed a bit. Let's do 160. Landing lights on. And maybe runway in sight, straight ahead. Flap 5. Just keep rolling that through, 1500. Gear down. Traffic Rockhampton, Q-Link 364 Delta, runway 33 on a short final for landing. Keep that speed rolling back, 140. Make it 130, that's fine. Flap 10. Flap 15. Landing checklists. Ice protection. Ice protection off for landing. Landing gear down 3 green, condition levers to maximum. Flaps set 15. Lead set to minimum. Landing checklist complete. My airplane. Check. Miss procedure altitude set. Flight director off. 4 wide on Pappy. No, that's a other thing, isn't it? We do look a bit high. 1,000 feet set. Check.
Plus 100.
Check.
Minimums.
Landing. Stable. 1 red. 3 white.
500.
Two white, 2 red. Close.
$100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
That's easy. Off to Bravo, onto the right side. Gate 3. That's Bravo right there. Control lock set, flaps up. There's the 8 number 3. With the radar off. Taxi lights off. Strobes to the red. Parking brakes on. Very good parking apparently. Okay, let's pull RPM down to 850 for the moment. There we are. Okay, shutdown checks. Control lock is on, anti-collision lights are red, flaps are 0, weather radar standby, fuel pumps off, ice protection off, main bus tie is tied, fuel dampener is off, parking brake is on, hydraulic PTU is normal, power condition levers to start further. Start the timer. Nose steering off. Let's get rid of some of this power here. Let's go over to center before we shut down everything. Brisbane Centre, Q-Link 364 Delta is on the ground at Rockhampton.
Q-Link 364 Delta, this is good day cancel Sarwich. Thanks for flying, Delta.
Got Sarwich, Q-Link 364 Delta, thanks. Okay, then the rest of it, transponder TCAS is on standby. Let's detune and go back to the CTAF. And radios off. Engines coming off to cut off. Passenger signs off. Lights. Take the reflectors off, and that should be good. Starting to deboard. Static bit of heat's off. Generator's coming off. Air conditioning system off. AC's off. Logo lights up. Door coming. And I think that's all we need to do for the moment. Let's yeah, get rid of the power. Standby and auxiliaries are off. Main battery's off. And master battery off. Well, we've arrived again at Rockhampton from Brisbane, this time in the Dash 8 Q400. Hope you've enjoyed the flight there. A bit different from flying it in the jet. Not too much different, to be honest. It's a pretty quick airplane. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the flight, and I'll see you guys when I do.